And call to order City Council meeting for this afternoon or this evening. It's Wednesday, April 6th, 2020. And first item of business is going to be the Pledge of Allegiance, and will be led in the Pledge of Allegiance by Councilmember Green. Councilmember Green.
For all those who are participating, please stand and repeat the pledge after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you for that. And then before we jump into the agenda,
I will make a motion. Due to the requirements in West Jordan City Ordinance, I move that all people listed on the agenda and any of those called upon by the council chair may participate in this council meeting.
do we have a second for the motion?
I'll second.
I heard Councilmember Wortham first, so we have a motion by Councilmember Green, second by Councilmember Wortham. Any discussion to the motion? Seeing none, let's vote.
Councilmember McConaughey.
Actually, we can do all in favor for this one, can't we?
Yes, we can.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, the motion carries, which is good because we had to do that before we could ask Mr. Anderson to count the votes. All right, so tonight's business item is discussion of possible action regarding a resolution 20-20 extending the contract for Council Transition Advisor David Bricky. It's got my name listed next to this, but this is actually based off of a motion that was made in the last council meeting by Councilmember Green. So I will turn it over to him to give us the background.
As you all know, Mr. Bricky's contract expires at midnight tonight. And if we don't renew it, the contract kicks in with some additional severance issues. And so the last meeting, due to a couple of contract issues that I think we're almost working through, but we postponed this decision until tonight. And so we're here to extend that contract through May 13th. That's all I have.
Any questions or comments for Councilmember Green? Councilmember Lamb.
Can you hear me good?
Yep.
All right. So I didn't realize that we were extending it to May 13th. I thought we were just extending it through April 15th. Was there a change that I wasn't aware of, or is there a reason why we're pushing it to the 13th of May? Anybody chime in?
Councilmember McConaughey, Chairman McConaughey, I could comment on that.
Please.
Excuse me, the original request that was made was April 15th. I suggested to Mr. Bricky that to give the council more time to work through the issues, we could bump it to May. That's what it reads now. But if the council would prefer, we can simply amend that to date back to April 15th in the motion to approve the agreement. And that's completely acceptable.
And the reason I asked that is I just don't see a reason to wait another month for this. I think right now the issues are we need time to read the contract, and I think we will have that time by the 15th. Also, I think we've been discussing salary, we've been discussing duties of the job for months now. I think we're ready to really move forward with this, and I think some other council members were ready to move last week, but we did want to wait and get this done correctly. The other word I have is if we extend it to May 13th, it's once again another month of an extension from January 1st. And in reality, we know that Bricky was let go from his previous job as the city manager already. So we know that the severance is going to kick in sometime. And that's another discussion for another day, but there is some severance that will come from him not being the city manager anymore. So I'd like that to start sooner rather than later. And I feel that by extending the contract another month, basically we're extending the severance another month as well. So I want to make sure that we're not extending that severance any longer than we need to, because it wasn't the choice of the council to relinquish him as city manager. That was a choice of the mayor, and it's his choice, and I'm okay with that. But at the same time, the severance is something that I worry about, because we can't have it go on much longer. No response needed.
Any other comments from the council? Councilmember Jacob.
Just one quick question. What's the difference in owed salary from what is being contemplated or currently proposed in the new contract to the current contract, should this go another month? What are we on the hook for how much more are we on the hook for the next 30 days if we put this on for 30 more days? That is my question, and I'm not sure who the best person to answer that is.
I don't have the exact numbers, council member. Maybe Mr. Bricky knows, but it's the difference between what his salary was as the council office director and the current proposed salary in the draft agreement that you all have.
Okay, maybe somebody can refresh my memory. His current salary as council transition manager person is the same or roughly the same, right, as it was as city manager? Okay, he's nodding, so I assume.
Yes, I believe that's correct, Zach.
The paychecks.
I don't think the salary changed when he came over to the council director.
Okay.
It's just continued.
Okay, and then the council director position that is being contemplated is a lower salary. So it will cost more to drag this out another month. I just want to make sure I'm clear on that if nobody else is. That is all I have.
So I don't know if I need to make a motion on that or not. So maybe Chris or Rob chime in there, but I would like to look at making a motion to wrapping this up next week and not waiting until May 13th.
So before you go for a motion, Councilmember Whitelock also had a comment she wanted to make. Do you still have a comment? It does not look like her audio is connected. She's not on mute.
Councilmember Whitelock, do you have a button on your
Yeah, I
headset?
do.
There you are. There you are.
We'll do this. All I was going to say is ask Councilmember Lamb if he wanted to make a motion. That was my comment, because I like his idea and I think we should go for it. So make a motion.
There we go.
I would like to make a motion to not wait until May 13th, that we should change the date to reconvene on April 15th and make this decision on the 15th rather than waiting.
So Mr.
Can you
Chairman,
clarify, is your
Yeah.
motion to adopt resolution 2020 with that date, or is your motion that we meet on the 15th?
My motion is to extend the contract through May 15th, or sorry, April 15th. So I guess my motion would be discussion possible action adopting resolution 2020 to extend the contract through April 15th, 2020.
That's yes.
Okay, we have a motion from Councilmember Lamb. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second from Councilmember Green. Any discussion to the motion? Seeing none, let's vote.
Thank you. Councilmember Green,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitelock,
Yes.
Council Chair McConaughey,
Aye.
Councilmember Worthen,
Yes.
Councilmember Pack,
Yes.
Councilmember Jacob,
Yes.
Councilmember Lamb.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
All right. Next item is remarks before we adjourn. Does anybody have any remarks that they would like to make this evening?
Looks
Mayor
like
Burton. And my apologies, Mayor. I failed to recognize you here as well as legal in addition to the council. So thank you for joining us this evening. Mayor, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I just want to ask that you send that document over to me, that the council is requesting that action, so that I can get that signed quickly for you.
Mr. Chairman, I will make the corrections of that tonight and send them to the mayor and the city recorder this evening.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other remarks this evening?
Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
All right. With that, I would be open to the council to look for a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
second.
Motion by Councilmember Jacobs, second by Councilmember Green. Even though it's not debatable, I'll still ask if there's any discussion to the motion. Seeing none, let's vote. And we can do, since this isn't, yeah, we can do all in favor. Please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we stand adjourned until the 8th. We'll see you then.
Shortest city council meeting we've ever had.
Chris, can you
There've
hear
been
me
others.
now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, we'll reconvene on Wednesday. Take care.
Thank you, everyone.